This video is going out between Christmas and New Year, and I know that isn't a holiday for everyone, but it is for many. So let's look at one of your priorities when you leave your project for a vacation. If you go on a vacation, know this: your project won't stop while you're away. As a project manager, an important part of your job is to set your project up so that it can continue to thrive while you're away. And that scales. It's also your responsibility to set up your team to continue to thrive while you're away, if you're a team leader or a supervisor or a workstream lead. I think an important measure of a leader is not how much people notice your absence, but how well they're able to get on without you. If you're a great leader, they will get on fine without you. They will get on just as well. If you're a poor leader, they will either fail to cope, or worse still, they'll rejoice that you're gone and do things so much better. So, assuming you are a great leader, what are the things you need to do before you go on vacation? Here are my top 3. First, identify a deputy, someone who can stand in for you when you personally need to attend meetings or make decisions. This needs to be somebody that you can trust. Their judgment has to be good, and it's also got to be somebody that the rest of the team trust, because it is to this deputy that they are obviously going to go when they need guidance and support. The second thing is to brief that deputy well. If you want them to do a good job, you have to give them the resources to do it. First, make sure that they have all the context they need. Have they got access to all of the plans, all of the project definitions, all of the documentation, the templates, and the contact details that they will need to effectively stand in for you? Second, are they clear what their role is? Do they know what you will consider success to be? So that when you come back and debrief them, you can give them a great pat on the back and they will know that they've done a good job. Third, have they got access to your diary, or do they know all of the engagements and the appointments that they need to keep on your behalf? Do they know what the milestones are? Can they properly manage the process? And fourth, critically, how much authority do they have to act in your name? Are there decisions that they can and can't take, or do they have complete authority? It has to be crystal clear between you how much authority you are delegating and where the limits of that authority are, if you are setting limits. And because deputizing for you is a fantastic development opportunity, ideally, the fewer limits you can set, the better. And my third thing is to tidy up your mess. Don't skip out, go on holiday and leave a mess behind you. Either a physical mess on your desk, or importantly, if there is a mess in the project, take responsibility and get things underway to resolve it before you go. Don't just dump problems on people when you go on holiday. If you deputize properly, if you brief the person you've deputized, and if you make sure you leave them a project that's in a healthy state, you can go on holiday and enjoy it free from the distraction of your project, so that you return to work refreshed, relaxed, and ready for the next challenge. Please do give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There'll be loads more great project management content, so please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of that content. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.